Good morning, good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Late start here. Apologize for that. Letting Facebook kind of put it out there, catch up. Good morning, guys. Good morning. For those of you catching this on the replay, you guys can go ahead and skip to about a minute, because minute and a half, that's where I'll be starting it. Good morning. Good morning, Charmin. Love you. Good morning, baby. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. Grandkids just left. Haven't seen my daughter in a while, and we haven't talked in a while, and so she was talking, and we're just enjoying the moment. Okay, so got some hugs from my grandbabies, and so that I'm running late, and that's my story. I'm sticking to it. All right, so again, I'm going to try to keep this short. Yesterday I went a little overboard. I went 20 minutes. Someone actually said it was kind of too long, and I got it. I got a little carried away. I got excited, kind of got really pumped up about it. What's up, Jay? Good morning, brother. Good morning, Lisa. So yesterday, again, was super long, it was 20 minutes, 21 minutes, whatever it is. So I'm going to try to keep it shorter today. I know your time is valuable, and I don't want to waste your time, all right? So I'm going to try to kick you into it right now. For those of you new to the show, my name is Rick Young. I do video quotes of the day. I started this a long time ago just by posting quotes to raise some positivity, to put some good stuff out there. It was made me feel better. Okay, Jay, I'm sorry, man. I was in a hurry. My phone, Facebook jacked up, so I had to retype it again, try it real fast, and so I'll fix that. Whatever. Anyway, I guess my Facebook Live says 39 September. So, again, Rick Young. So what I do now is I do video quotes of the day to kind of give you my perspective of that quote. All right? Whatever you get out of it, I hope it's something good. So if you get any value out of this, please feel free to share it if you feel like you're getting any value out of it, and somebody else might actually get some benefit. All right. So hope you guys enjoy this. So today's quote of the day, I'm going to get right to it because I know, again, your time is precious. Today's video quote of the day is this: if you focus on results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you will get results. And that is a quote by Jack Dixon. All right. One more time. If you focus on results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you will get results. And that's by Jack Dixon. So breaking this quote down a little bit, and again, this is my perception, my view of this quote. Again, easiest thing to kind of, for me, one of the easiest, and for most people, one of the easiest ways to relate to this quote is, again, by losing weight. Okay, again, almost everybody is not happy with their weight. So using this quote, let's talk about the weight part. So here's what happens to a lot of people. Their perception is, okay, I'm gonna go work out. So, I just did a workout today, and I went and sweat. And then so what you do is you work out, just bust your butt. And, oh yeah, okay. And then you go into the mirror and like, have it changed? Did I step on the scale? Did I lose 27 pounds yet? So you're so used to we get so used to trying this immediate satisfaction, immediate gratification, that that's just not how it's going to happen. So you don't focus on the actual results itself. What's super about that is when you're really focusing on it, it's the process, it's the change, it's the long-term thing. It's the change in yourself. Again, reading this book, Compound Effect, okay, it talks about habits, all right, and it talks about making really, really small things, really small changes, but eventually what happens is the compound effect, it adds up. So, it talked about one lady who she was envious of another girl who was doing marathons, like a mini marathon or half marathon or whatever, and she was overweight, and she's like, oh, I can never do that. So his story was he would say he would talk to her and say, hey, how about this? I want you to go and drive around your neighborhood in your car and just mark off like a mile trail or a mile track, and then 3 times a week, sometime, anytime in those 3 miles a week, I just want you to walk 3 times around that loop in 1 week. Okay, just 3 times. And then so eventually, you know, she would get out there and do this, and painfully or whatever, but then she started doing it more and more and more, and then she started, he said, okay, so now what I want you to do, and this was about 2 weeks, now I want you to do is try to jog it. Now jog it until you don't want to jog no more, but continue to walk it. And so she kept making this, she kept doing these little things, these little changes, very subtle changes. And then she started adding 1/8 of a mile, which is like 300 more steps. Not a huge thing. It's not like, hey, go do a mile and then tomorrow or next week I want you to go 9 miles. It's just not how it works. So it's the habit of creating these little changes. The moral of the story is by the time month nine, she had gotten up to where she's running 13.5 miles, and she lost 40 pounds. So now on the surface, at the very beginning, right, if once she had started, she, you know, if she had focused on the results themselves, she wouldn't be able to run 13.1 mile, half a marathon, right? She started to walk and she probably, you know, would give up. But if you focus on the change, the habit of change, then those little things will start to add up, and you'll end up getting much better and seeing the results at the end. If you focus on the change itself, the results will come. Okay? If you start saving money, talked about another guy who was saving money in his IRA, and for those of you who know about savings and IRAs and that type of stuff, it's a long-term commitment. You know, you really don't see the massive amount of money per se until the end, you know, till more to the end. So at the very beginning, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm putting $25 a month in, and after 3 years, I only have, you know, a couple $1,000. Yeah, but if you stay again longer in there, if you create that habit, you save that money until it gets to the end or more towards the end, it will start to compound even more and even faster. All right, so that's the quote of the day, guys. If you focus on results, you will never change. All right? If you focus on change, you will get results. So it's about the habit, okay? It's about the little things, the little habits. Focus on that. When you focus on that, when you focus on cutting out that you know, that sugar-enriched coffee, like that, you know, again, Starbucks every single day. Think about this. Really think. If you don't drink coffee, whatever, pick something. Okay, don't get hung up on that one thing. I know Charmin hates Starbucks, but don't get focused on that one thing. Just think about this in the form of Starbucks coffee. If you give up that 1 cup of coffee, right? That one. What's up, Mike? Good to see you, brother. If you give up that 1 Starbucks coffee for 5 days, right? A whole week. Let's say that's the only time you really do. Most people only drink that stuff during the week when they're going to work, to a job. So let's say you gave up each of those Starbucks up, right? Imagine what your bank account and your waistline is going to look like, and your health, you know, sugar and all that stuff, at the end of a month. Now, at the surface, you know, if you don't drink that 1 coffee that one day, you're not going to see any results. You're not going to see any. Okay, cool. I didn't drink a coffee that one day. I had seen no results. But do that for 30 days. Don't drink that coffee for 30 days. Don't drink that Starbucks for 30 days, right? And see the change. See the change at the end of those 30 days and what the results are. What the results of that change are. So again, if you're spending $5-6 a day on a Starbucks and you don't do that for 30 days, look what your bank account's going to look like. Look what your waistline's going to look like. Look what your health is going to look like. So again, do not focus on the results. All right, me quitting that 1 cup of coffee day 1, you're not going to see any results. And when you do that, you're like, oh, see, it doesn't work. I'm still not fit. My bank account's I'm still broke or whatever. So again, focus on the results. If you focus on the results, you will never change. If you focus on change, you will get results. That's by Jack Dixon. All right, guys. So again, I don't want to get too long. I am going long-winded right now, so I'm gonna end right now. I appreciate you guys' time. Thanks for everybody. If you just popped in, catch the replay. And if you got some value, again, feel free to share this, please. Share it out, and maybe this will help someone else, along their journey. We got a lot of bad stuff out there. We need to spread positivity, and this is just my little effort of doing so. And you guys are powerful, man. You guys are powerful. You guys are awesome. Good morning, Tanya. You guys are powerful. You guys are awesome. You guys, man, we're just an incredible species that's filled with love, and we can do a lot of great things out there. All right, so go out there and be positive. Truly be positive. I'm going to leave you with this last quote. All right, let us always meet each other with a smile, for a smile is the beginning of love. And that's by Mother Teresa. All right, let us always meet each other with a smile, for the smile is the beginning of love. All right, so make sure you go smile at somebody new today. Make sure you smile at somebody old. Doesn't matter. Go in the mirror and smile to yourself. All right, it's gonna change. It's gonna change your whole day. I hope you guys have a phenomenal Friday. Truly, have a phenomenal weekend. I might pop in on the weekend. I don't know yet. Typically, I don't do the quotes on weekdays. So until then, have a safe and awesome, memorable weekend. All right, love you guys. We'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye.